I'm Anita Apruzzese, and I'm sure that there's all immigrants have stories to tell. So I'm going to tell mine a little bit.
Okay.
My story started when I was 12. After the Second World War, we migrated to Paris, France. And then when I was 17, my father came to the United States with my brother. And a year later, we joined them with my mother and my two sisters. And we lived in New York City. We're in 68th Street, the West Side, where now they build the Opera House, the Metropolitan. And we had to move. But I moved to Jersey City in 1957 because my husband was from Jersey City. We got married in 57 and I moved to Jersey City. And we lived in a 3-room apartment in the Marion section. And then I had my daughter was born in 1960. 1961, we bought the house in Jersey City Heights. And our neighbors were mostly German, Irish. There was a few Italian Americans that they were like grandchildren of people that had migrated years ago. My husband, yeah, but he started working when I came to America. He was in the army. I mean, he's Paisan. We're from the same town.
Yeah, what town are you from? Where?
We're from Gallinaro in the Provincia di Frosinone in Lazio.
Okay.
And but we bought the house near the church because I like to go to church. So we were not very well welcome in the Heights. We were new immigrants. There weren't that many that I knew that were immigrants like us. So a lot of the neighbors, they were not nice to us. But even the Italian Americans, some of them, they say, oh, you must belong to the mafia. You bought this house.
Wow.
But anyway, by 1970, those 10 years, there was a lot of new immigrants from Italy. They were all new immigrants with a lot of children that it turned out the school was mostly Italian children, St. Nicholas School. So there was a lot of people there. And in 1970, Bishop DiMarzio, he was Padre Nicola at the time, he was assigned to our parish. And everybody started to flock to him, you know, because a lot of people, they couldn't speak English, they couldn't they didn't work. And he was really good. He came in 1970. By 1971, he started the Italian Mass. They were the first time we had the Italian Mass, we had like 500 people. And the pastor was German. He was not happy at all. He kept saying, Anita, why do you need you understand English, why do you need an Italian Mass? Anyway, I was not very fond of German at the time because of the war. And anyway, that passed, and by 1971, in 1972, he opened the Italian Center, this storefront on Central Avenue, to help, because everybody was asking him questions about immigration, about jobs, and so that way he opened that storefront, and every day he would go there for a few hours or at night, and people would go and ask him questions, and you were one of them.
Yes, I was one of them. I remember 1973. Yes.
Yeah. and and that's how it all started. And the people, they did well. They did well. They worked. The children went to St. Nicholas School, and they did well. But everybody had problems also. You know, there was a lot of people that had different problems with the children, with the jobs. And he was, the bishop was really helpful with everybody. And then, anyway, that's the story of the Carnevale. That's it continued every year. Yeah, we started in 1972.
Talk about
When the bishop opened the social service center on Central Avenue in Jersey City Heights, that's the spaghetti dinner came out of that. So that's when we started the Carnevale from the Italian Social Service Center. Well, I knew that this was, they used to tell me this is the village is downtown, where it's where the Italian community is. And the older Italian, the ones that lived up there before us, that were grandchildren of the immigrants, they used to go to church at Holy Rosary, because I met quite a few people that told me that when they had First Communion, they could not do it at St. Nicholas. If they went to church there on Sunday, nobody knew who they were. But if they had to do a ceremony, communion, confirmation, they had to go to Holy Rosary, because the Italian people were not allowed to receive sacraments over there. So they used to walk down here. A lot of them, I remember when I moved there was a lot of the older people. Even they used to walk down to Holy Rosary every Sunday and back. And they did their shopping down here, because that's where the Italian stores used to be.
yes, that's a Italian
There was
store.
Fiore, and there were, what do they call the bread place? I can't remember.
And,
Pegoraro. Pegoraro was there. They used to come down here to buy their bread, to buy their salumeria. But yeah, the older people used to come down to the village to do the Italian.
they used to tell us, right?
It still is considered the Italian neighborhood. Uptown, it's not. It's mixed.
It's a mix.
And now that everybody moved away, it's not as close as it used to be years ago. You know, like in the 70s and the 80s, it was very close-knit community of Italian people. Yeah, this area has changed also. This area, because there's not that many Italian coming anymore. And the ones that do come, they are educated, and they live mostly in New York City. They want to be where the action is. The Heights now is mostly Filipinos. The church is mostly Filipino and Spanish.
Okay.
The community has changed again completely. So, but we still have the Italian Mass on Sunday at 9:30, and we have visiting priests that come, because the pastor is a Filipino also. It's completely changed.
Yeah.
Completely changed. But now with the new commerce, there's a lot of mixed people. The all different nationalities are coming in again. We have quite a few from the Eastern Europe that live, neighbors of mine now, that they're from Eastern Europe. And some of them, I don't know where they are, if they're, what nationality they are, because they're American. I had never heard about Casa Colombo until the bishop came to Holy Rosary. And he found out about Casa Colombo, and he wanted to use it again, because I think it was closed at the time.
Yeah, for some
Yeah.
years it was closed,
Yeah.
yes.
And it was 1980, I think. 1979, 80.
1980.
He left St. Nicholas and he came to Holy Rosary.
Yeah.
And then he found out about Casa Colombo, and that's when he started talking about it, and we should do something. It's for the Italian people, you know. Oh, I think it's great. He did a great job, and it's really a place for people to visit and to enjoy because of the museum and the gallery up here. That a lot of all the items that were donated by Italian immigrants. When the first immigrants come, that's what they look for, the church and the community. That's what they miss from Italy, the going to church, having a community. And so after we had the Italian Social Service Center and we opened Casa Colombo, the Casa Colombo took over the activities, more or less, that we used to do at the church, except for the religious function. Yeah.
So Casa Colombo.
Yes, we had a very strong community. Everybody was get together. And then he started other things like religious things. We started the Mother Cabrini Society. We did we used to do different religious function, and people liked that because they felt like they were in Italy. You know, they gathered together. We used to have, then he started the pre-Cana conference for people that were getting married. He baptized all the children. He buried all the dead. It was like, he was like part of everybody's family. And he helped everybody. It was a very close Italian community. But then in the late 70s and 80s, people started to move away. Some people went back to Italy. Some people moved to the suburbs. And today we still have the Italian Mass, but there's very few people left. Yes, I'm still part of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're a member of the board?
Yes.
I started from the first day with the bishop when he was at St. Nicholas, and he said we have to do something to raise money because he had opened the storefront on Central Avenue, but he couldn't use the church money. He was using his own money. So he wanted to do a spaghetti dinner. He said, let's have a spaghetti dinner. So the first year we had it in the basement of St. Nicholas Church. And we had so many people that they couldn't get in. It was too many people. And so it was very successful. I don't know if you were there.
No.
But in 1972, we moved to the Ukrainian Center. There was no big Italian center. So we moved to the Ukrainian Center, and we had there, we started the Carnevale. We started calling it the Carnevale Italiano. And so, because that's how we started to raise money to do things, otherwise we couldn't do anything. And so we did there for quite a few years. Then we moved to St. Peter's College because we had so many people. We had like 500-600 people every year. And we used to do the cooking. We had Enrico Marcolino and Umberto Vaccarella, Steve Lekich. They all used to come on Saturdays. We used to make the sauce. And then I had a compadre of mine, John D'Ambrosio. He used to come, he's a chef. He used to come on Sunday morning and cook the chickens and everything. And we all used to go there. And I used to get the girls from St. Dominic's Academy. My daughter was going to St. Dominic. All our friends used to come and serve, and the boys from St. Peter's prep, they used to come and help us serve, and they used to get the coat and clean up and do all the things that needed to be done before and after. And the ladies, they came and they helped cook, they helped to organize everything. And we had people that made cookies, and we used to have cookies on the table from homemade. So it was a lot of work, but we did that for many years until I think the mid-80s or 90. I don't remember when we started going to the restaurant. Then everybody started saying, now we're old enough to go to the restaurant. So we started going to the restaurant. And we're still doing it today. Valley Regency, we've been going there for a long time. Yeah. That's our main fundraiser for Casa Colombo, to help out with the expenses and everything.